All right, is there a specific one I should dive into?
Just dive right on in.
Okay, I'm going for this one right here. That just melts right in your mouth. Oh man, that's so tender.
24-hour dry brine with the seasonings, that's it. Cook,
Dang.
no wrap, nothing, just cook it well.
I love that smokiness. Like I'm just kind of getting the smoke all the way through the meat.
That's a little bit of homegrown Davenport hickory wood.
Love that.
I like hickory wood. That's what I like.
That's good, man. Hey everyone, I'm Jacalyn Maines, your hostess with the mostest at America's Best Restaurants. And today we popped over to Davenport, Florida to check out the hotel, home of Cooters and Smoke. The name already has me a little bit curious, so let's go see what they have for us. Come on.
Welcome to the restaurant.
Oh yeah, thank you for that. I've already heard about you.
Yes, I hope you've heard good things about me.
And you're Samantha.
I am. Nice to meet you. Welcome.
So tell me, ladies, what can I expect here?
Well, you can expect good service,
Okay.
good food,
All right.
smiles, hugs.
Oh, I already got that one. All right.
And you can expect some of the best barbecue and steaks that you will ever put in your mouth, and they've all been made with love.
I love all of this. This makes me very excited for what's to come.
You can eat it without any teeth, I do.
Oh, Miss May, I love you.
It just falls off the bone.
Oh, I cannot wait. Let's go do this. All right, so now I'm back in the kitchen with Cooter, the smoking meats master himself. You pulled some stuff out of the smoker. What do we got?
We got some boneless turkey breast here. It's just gonna be heaven when you put it in your mouth.
That's big talk, man. I like it.
Tender, juicy.
What do you season it with? Tell me what you do to make it so heavenly.
I use a combination of sweet smoked cubes. If it's line of rubs, this beef rub is absolutely amazing.
I want to smell these things. Give me that.
On your turkey breast.
That's one of the most unique smells, and I can't even put words to what I'm smelling. What is it? Coffee?
It's got a little bit of coffee, a little turbinado sugar.
Turbinado sugar.
So there's some black pepper in there, just some good flavor notes.
All right, I like that one.
This one here, this is probably my favorite one of the line because it's awesome. It's sweet, smoky, and the color is just
That is
phenomenal.
really pretty color. Oh yeah.
So
I love that smell.
We use these not only here at our restaurant, but we also use these in competition. You can find these at sweetsmokecube.com.
All right. How did you learn to smoke meat?
A lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
Just cooking for friends and family. My parents, they stood by my side the whole time, and they've continued to do that. Now me and my wife and my kids, it's turned into a family affair.
That's fantastic.
And you see here, I use cellophane because I feel like the cellophane helps preserve the moisture and tenderness, and you can just get a smell of that.
Yeah,
That is just amazing.
Oh yeah, it smells good. I want to hear how you got the name Cooter.
Well, I got the name Cooter. Cooter, in essence, is Southern slang for a soft-shell turtle.
Oh, okay.
And when I was born in the bassinet on my back, my dad walked in and he said, "Look at that little cooter."
Oh,
and
cute.
the name just kind of stuck. And it's been ever since.
All right, is there a specific one I should dive into?
Just dive right on in.
Okay, I'm going for this one right here. That just melts right in your mouth. Oh man, that's so tender.
24-hour dry brine with the seasonings. That's it. Cook,
Dang.
no wrap, nothing. Just cook it well.
I love that smokiness. Like I'm just kind of getting the smoke all the way through the meat.
That's a little bit of homegrown Davenport hickory wood.
Love that.
I like hickory wood. That's what I like.
That's good, man. That's delicious.
Thank you.
Let's sit down. Let's talk a little bit more. I want to taste more of what you've got in store for me. I know you've had a lot of stuff on the smoker.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm sitting down with Samantha and Daniel, AKA Cooter. They are the owners here, and this place has so much history. Share some of it with me.
Well, this house was built in 1911 by the Hoolery family who came in from Pennsylvania. My family took it over several years ago. My grandmother, she bought it as an investment and used it as rental property because God's not making land anymore. And with that being said, the city asked us to tear it down because it was becoming very dilapidated. So my parents took all of their inheritance
Oh my goodness.
Or I should say our inheritance. And they raised it, put new footers underneath it, and completely redid it so that my mom could open it as a tea room and a flower shop.
Oh, okay.
So from there, then I became part of it when my daughter was very young and said, you know, I need to be at home more. And so I started to help my mom, and little did we know, my dad would pass away 3 weeks after I inherited it. And so my mom said, what are we going to do? I said, you're going to come back and help me learn you're going to come and help me do this. So
yeah.
She helped me for the longest time. Then we inherited Daniel, and we incorporated into that, we incorporated barbecue. So with that being said, and now it is the hotel, home of Cooters and Smoke Barbecue.
So, and then I guess the name, which we already talked about how you got Cooters and Smoke because you're smoking the meats. Like that's a fun name. And one that is, you will not forget. Man, this just comes right off the bone. Goodness. That was so good. Yum.
This is the original sweet. This is a sassy apple, which is by far the best.
Sassy apple? I'm intrigued.
It is, and it does have a little bit of a heat to it, but not anything bad. And then this is called the Hot Mom.
Hot Mom. That's a fun name too. All right, well, now you've sold me. So tell me, as far as like the sides that you serve, the rolls that you serve, what recipes are we using?
Well, the rolls are all made. Everything here is made from scratch. Everything from our butter to our barbecue sauces to our sides. So my mom makes the homemade yeast rolls. This is very much a family affair. So my mom makes the homemade yeast rolls.
Oh my gosh,
I kind of handle most of the sides along with Miss May, and then Daniel and Jack handle the meat part of it.
Holy moly, that's so good. That is a beautiful barbecue sauce. Like it doesn't mask the flavor of the meat. It just really brings out all the flavor. Really does.
They're not your traditional.
They're not
barbecue sauce.
your traditional, I guess, barbecue sauces. I don't know. They're more like
apple. That's not something I've ever really had in a barbecue sauce. Tell me what's in this cream spinach here.
The cream spinach has fresh baby spinach. It has heavy whipping cream, cream cheese, fresh grated Parmesan cheese, lots of butter.
That's creamy delicious right there. Oh my goodness. I love kind of the Parmesan gives almost like a little bit of a nutty flavor to it. But then you've got all those other cheeses going, golly, that is good.
Heavy whipping cream doesn't seem to stop it.
So talk to me a little bit about you competing. You mentioned I compete and you just kind of slid that in there like it's not a big deal.
I mean, we compete. It's a lot of me, Samantha, and Kenny's not here, but it originally started with just me and her. I was helped the guy cook his vending food, and he made the comment, "You ought to go start your own team." And I went and got my own team, and when I did, she came with me.
So what areas do you compete in? Like how, like not physically, but I mean like what categories?
I mean, chicken, ribs, pork, brisket. Samantha does quite a few desserts.
Okay.
We'll do some different ancillaries, you know. They'll have chicken wings. We've done everything from turkey to scallops to whatever they have for ancillary.
So how are you doing so far in on the competition side of things?
The ones that we've cooked this year, you know, we've been very competitive.
We've done really well.
We've done pretty fair this year.
Oh my gosh, I could just take a vat of this home and this. Good Lord, that's good. It's so soft. And you said you make this butter in-house too?
Yes, we do.
You can tell. Golly, it's so whippy and oh goodness, it's delicious. So competing is something you guys do as a family. You do a lot of things together.
Yes, we do. I was raised with a very strong family background. Daniel was also raised with a very strong family background. And so when we inherited him and then he inherited our children, we do a lot of things together. It's very important to us.
How do you think that has affected your family?
Well, I can't tell you being together all the time is great, but it's our norm. So if we're not together, then, you know,
I feel like you're missing somebody.
Absolutely, like a missing puzzle.
All right, talk to me about this steak I've got over here.
All right, so this is a ribeye. This is a boneless ribeye that my son cooked. for you to the medium rare, but he cooks them.
Because that's the only way.
All of our meat is inspected actually by me before it's actually cooked or anything, because I want to make sure that our quality is by far the best. And so with that being said, we inspect them. Daniel cuts the meat to
that's good flavor.
perfection, and then he cuts it, and then Jack cooks it.
Was there anybody that taught you these details, you know, what to look for, how to cut it down?
I just, when I was 18, I got moved. They moved me to the meat department at Winn-Dixie, and you know, it gave me a lot of knowledge of, you know, just meat in general. When, you know, when it was done, how to, you know, just how to cook it good.
Your restaurant, your food, what do you think it means to your community?
I feel like our community is everything, because we're nothing without our community.
You've had good support then.
We have, and we've supported them in the middle of hurricanes and stuff. We feed people when there's no power. We take care of things like that.
Having a heart of service and hospitality, is that something that you guys were it was already in you, or was it instilled in you?
Well, I have to say my parents, for me, because we always were doing something in our community, whether it was Davenport or it was in the county. We always were doing something. My dad was a business owner. My mom was a local school teacher. So it was nothing to have extra people at our dining room table.
Yeah.
It was nothing for us to be taking people home that needed extra, you know, or whatever, or my dad. We find out now that my dad has passed, we find out from so many people, oh my gosh, your dad used to do this for us. And my mom and I never knew that he did things. And so I have to say it definitely came from both of them for me, just because, I mean, we were community-based anyways, just our family in general. We were always in the community, always doing stuff. So it's just been a habit, and so I've tried to pass that on to my children as well. And so Daniel's family's kind of the same way.
Kind of the same way, you know, mine, you know, my family name around here, you know, was with my grandfather, you know, because he worked for the sheriff's department. He was one of the county's first deputies before it became Polk County. So it's, you know, it's just kind of
serving your community is just on both sides. It sounds like. So where can we find you online?
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Thank you so much for sharing, you know, your story, this is some beautifully delicious food. So thank you for having us. And now you know where to go check them out online. Or of course, if you're in Davenport or surrounding areas, get some home cooking. Well, folks, this is the hotel, home of Cooters and Smoke. And the only thing missing is you. I'm Jacalyn Maines, your hostess with the mostest at ABR. And until next time, where we show you where the best local eats are. Bye, everyone.